I'm Todd and Aaron.
It's time for Q&A with TNA. By the way, that stands for Todd and
Aaron. A good start to wow. Okay, that's why I'm all in the wrong thing here, and there we go. Let's go with that. That's good.
I don't even know where you're playing with those at. I just like whatever.
Too many buttons to push, man. Too much today. All right, here we go. So, Tanya, good afternoon. Thank you for joining us.
Good to see you.
And it's Tanya.
Tanya?
Tanya, okay.
If you get rid of the what do you have? Do you have a ton or a tan? You got a
tan. You have a ton in this case, Tanya. You have a ton in this case, actually. So, all right, Tina, happy Thursday to you.
It's Thursday.
Thursday. Can't believe it. Valerie is here. Hi, Valerie. Checking in. We'll be talking about Valerie a little bit later on. Pretty excited about something to announce here today, Todd. So I haven't even told you about it yet.
Ooh, I know. I just might have to end broadcast to find out what this is about and then come back.
Oh, we can talk about it right now, actually, if you want. Martha, hello. And
Martha?
Mildred. Todd, is she watching another program? I'm not sure who the gentlemen are, but
that's me.
Oh, okay. All right.
I'm gentle. You're the man.
I'm left-handed. What's your superpower? That's my shirt.
I'm left-handed too. That's my superpower.
All right. Nice. I like it. Cool.
That's why we get
Thank you, Mildred. Appreciate you being here and joining us here today. Renee, hello. Yeah, Renee, it's Thursday. It's like day, and it's, are we still in March? I'm pretty sure we're still in March.
I guess this weekend's Memorial Day.
That's what I hear. I did find some meat at the local butcher, so that was good. Got some steaks to grill, so excited about that. Terry.
Corey's there now, so I'm not sure what she'll bring home, but thinking brisket maybe. If not, maybe I'll have to venture out there and see what we got.
Cool. All right. Mildred says, I have a lefty in my house too. Yes, lefties unite. I like it.
The only ones in the right mind.
That's right. That's right. I love it. Man, you've got all the... I had the left-handed notebook. I had it all. It was great.
Yeah.
So basically, you just take a spiral notebook and you flip it upside down, but don't tell anybody that. It was a left-handed notebook. So, all right, Todd. Well, let's see here. What are we doing here today? Q&A with TNA. That's what we're here for, right?
I believe so. Yeah, I think so. I think that's it.
Okay, that sounds right.
Just hanging out. Nothing. Nothing. I guess today's Thursday, so we wouldn't have anything else better to do at 5 o'clock on a Thursday.
Okay. All right. Well, good. I'm glad we're sorting this out as we go, kind of on the fly here. So
how we do some of our best ideas come on the fly. So
that's right. That's a
why
good
should
point.
this be any different?
That's a good point for sure. All right. Well, let's see. Let's go check the questions and find out if we've got any. If you guys want to get some questions in, we may be able to even grab them. This sheet updates automatically. So if you guys want to ask some questions here, that's it. oursuccessgroup.com/QA. Go ahead and head over there real quick and get those questions in.
Yeah. And what we don't answer today, I think we're going to take Monday off. Monday's a holiday. We should take that off. It'll be next Thursday.
Yep. So a week from today will be the next Q&A, and then that'll be the last kind of. Yeah. So then after that, we're switching to Wednesdays, every other Wednesday.
Yep.
Now we'll be the next Wednesday after because it's the 3rd. But then we've got training on the 10th. And then so the 17th, if I'm doing my math right, would be the next one after that.
I have to check my Mayan calendar and see what the sundial says, but I think you're right.
I think 10 plus 7 is 17. That's the last time I checked. We don't know what day it is. We don't know how to do math anymore. It's all crazy.
Let me confront go to my handy dandy computer in my hand.
Your mini computer. Yeah.
Every teacher that we'd never have. So
yeah, totally. So Dan, hello. Thank you for joining us. Appreciate that. All right. So like I said, I was going to go over to the questions here.
Cool.
Let's start with this one, Todd, and edit, and we'll get it up at the bottom here. Okay. Come on buttons. Click for me. what do you guys know about Facebook shops?
Ooh, this is a good one because I'm learning about Facebook shops. So Facebook decided to basically throw its hat into the ring of e-commerce. So they're going to, between Instagram and Facebook, allow you to create free shops on there, free storefronts. They said in today's age where more and more retail storefronts are closing down and they need to increase an online presence, they want to be there to help. What that really means is they're giving it to you free because they know you're going to spend money on ads and other things, and they're going to draw more people there. So nothing is free, but this is free. So I'm actually looking at Tuesday with Todd to kind of do an overview of what Facebook shops are, and how you can use them. And then I think on June 10th, we are going to do our standalone training on actually building a Facebook shop. So that's kind of where I'm looking at going with that, because hey, it's fresh, it's new, it's something that's here. Let's get ahead of the game before everybody else does it. So we're going to try and get that information here in the next 14 days or so, or is that right? 14, 20?
Sounds about right.
Yeah, it's like 10 and 18 days or something. I don't know. I don't know math right now.
Yeah, 14 plus. Yeah, it's about 20 days actually.
About 20 days. Yeah. So Tuesday with Todd, we'll go over kind of an overview of what it is, what it can do for you, and then that June 10th, we will do a full-fledged training on a building of the Facebook shop for you.
Yeah, and that training on the 10th will be at oursuccessgroup.com, and actually just flipped over, but if you just go to oursuccessgroup.com and you got to become a member, so that's for our members only on that.
Yep.
But the members there will have an opportunity to take part of that. The Facebook shops. Yeah, I think it's very interesting, Todd, that they're, like you said, they're throwing their hat into the ring. Everything's got a spin to it, as we know. I mean, it's just the way that the world works. And so I think there's probably some good intentions behind it. I think my guess, and I don't have any real information, my gut instinct is telling me that this was probably something they had in the works. And then all of a sudden the coronavirus situation made them fast track it. Yeah. And so they're getting it out there. So it'd be interesting to see. The other thing that I just cautious about, I guess is the best way to put it. The thing that makes me a little bit cautious about the whole thing is, this reminds me of when Facebook announced the Facebook business pages. Mm-hmm. And it came out the same way, and it was great, and everybody put all their eggs into that basket, and they were getting everybody to come like their Facebook page and and then just overnight Facebook flipped a switch, and all of a sudden you had to start paying to get people to show up there. Yeah. And so, like you said, there's probably some ad revenue stuff going on here at some point. So my caution is I think this is going to be important. Obviously, the Facebook as a marketplace is huge. There's 2 billion monthly active users, over 2 billion monthly active users there. So I think as a marketplace, it's going to be really important to be aware of it, know what's going on, learn about it. But I would caution you not to put all of your eggs into that basket. It's kind of like some folks have learned the hard way on Etsy, for example.
Exactly.
Where, they put all their eggs into that basket. It's great. But then when Etsy decided to change their algorithm, all of a sudden their shop went to crap. So I think it's a good tool to have. I still think that having your own website, whether that, however that's powered, Ecwid, Shopify, whatever, having your own URL that people can go to that you have complete control over is the ultimate place you want to get people to. But, I think we can talk about in that training on the 10th, also how to use Facebook shops to get people to our locations.
Yeah. And what I think is the way, Facebook is, they're all about them, as they should be. It's their company. Here's what they're going to do. So I think when it comes time to,
they have shareholders. So
if I have an ad that I'm running from my standalone business that I'm running on Facebook, and say it's for a widget and it's a $5 widget, and here's my ad spend, their algorithm is going to pick up the guy whose same widget at $5 is for sale through a Facebook store. That's probably going to get pushed a little bit harder. So I think that's what their thing is behind it is, in order to really make Facebook ads work for you now, is you're going to have some kind of shop online, on the Facebook shop to, kind of bump up where you're at with it. They just saw, a way to do that. look how many people are already in their Facebook, groups or business pages that are doing videos and selling stuff there. Don't really have any items attached to it, even though you can do third party, and that's what they're showing is you can see, with Shopify or Ecwid, you can tie that into your Facebook. Well, Facebook realizes, hey, we can do that too. And so let's just, see about how we can monetize off that. At the end of the day, yeah, they're going to own it. So if you want to play by their rules, you need to do what they say. So having your own standalone is always a good thing because you can take that with you. Once you're inside, Facebook, that's kind of Facebook's thing. So if they decide, hey, guess what? Everybody's background is going to be pink for the month of October. Be prepared to have a pink background in the month of October, whether you like it or not, because it's theirs,
Yep. And and again, I'm not poo-pooing on it. I do think that it is going to be a great tool. And, so I'm excited that, that we can provide some training on it. And I'm going to really lean heavily on Todd to make sure that we're bringing you the best training as possible there. And I know he's already digging into it. So I'm curious, who else out there has already heard of this, kind of already starting to do anything with it? What do you guys hear about it, and what are your thoughts on it? We definitely would love to hear that.
I'm finding so far is it's going to be pretty simple for somebody that has no experience, to setting up a store of any kind, to be able to just have products and go. It to me almost seems like it comes across as, right now somebody's take a picture of, say they're doing phone cases, right? Took a picture of the phone case, put it up there. That's a listing. It's going to be as simple as that. So a lot of people who are, don't want to jump in the big e-commerce market of how to do this. And I've got a lot with this because, Facebook is going to try and keep everything like how you know it. So it's quick and easy for you, because the easier and quicker it is for you, the more you're going to sell, and the more they're going to make. So, I haven't dug into, there's everything's free, but we know that on the backside of it, there's going to be a cost somewhere along the line sometime. So I could see as things get going that they could charge you a percentage of your sales. They could charge you, here's a fraction of a cent or whatever for a listing fee. So, get in there while it's free, because, at one time ads were super cheap, and, they are still really cheap, but, you get in on the ground floor of things, take advantage of it, as soon as possible.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, again, it totally reminds me of the original when they came out with business pages.
Mm-hmm.
That was the greatest thing. And, people had 10,000, 100,000, likes on their page, and they were posting stuff and people were getting it and life was great. And I mean, it was like instantly.
Yeah. Well, you remember
no warning, no nothing, just boom.
And you remember why they came out with business pages is because, people were getting around the personal page, thing by, here's my business name as my name. And now here's my business page. So, there's still a lot of things that you can't get into with the business name. And you still have some of those people that, their Facebook page is their business name, and they can't join certain things or get in there because it's like, whoa, you need a real name to do this. And, Facebook saw that people were taking, not taking advantage of a system, but you found a loophole and you're exploiting the loophole. So they're like, here you go. Now this is how it's going to work from here on out. And, it's at the end of the day, they get shareholders they got to apply to. So I got to make money one way or another, and this is one way to do it. Yeah.
No, I mean, I think it's going to be a great tool. You're going to get access. You're going to be able to sell. I can, just already off the top of my head, I can see, doing something where you're using it to really kind of get an understanding of what's going to sell. So you're trying things out. Maybe you're not ready to do full photo shoot and big descriptions on your main e-commerce page, and you just want to, let's pop a couple of things up there, and like I said, the cell phone cases or whatever. I mean, it does sound like what they're trying to do is make it as easy as possible. And you talked about the cell phone cases, and I thought probably the hardest part of that whole thing is going to be trying to figure out how to get your phone out of the cell phone case to take a picture of it. So,
good thinking there.
I can't get my case off half the time. So anyways, but I don't have it decorated.
It'll just tie into more things too. I think it'll tie in there to marketplace where it'll be, here's it's going to be top feed on that. You're going to see all the shops. The shop listings and ads as instead of regular ads. So I think it's going to be, if you want to increase your presence on Facebook and get a return from ads, you're going to need to have products on there through Facebook.
Yeah. Yep. Clinton, right down there on the bottom, had a question about what do you guys know about Facebook Shops. So that's what we're talking about. And
yeah, we'll do a little more overview on Tuesday with Todd on it's coming Tuesday, and then we're going to do a full-fledged shop training on it on June 10th, which what I'm wanting to see is how well the two coincide with each other, Facebook Shops and Instagram Shops, because it's going to be one and the same, but is it really one and the same? Is it able to fluidly go back and forth, or am I going to have two separate ones, or how that's going to work? So I'm going to try and get as much information as I can to the overview of it, and then dig right into being able to help you build one up.
Cool. All right, cool. So yeah, look for that. So Clint, it's actually not marketplaces. It's a new thing that they've announced called Facebook Shops. I've got it. I'll go see if I can find it. I had a couple links. Did I share those with you, Todd?
I don't think so.
The links to
I think you did one.
Maybe it was on Asana or something.
Yep, like on Asana there is the one that I remember seeing.
Okay, I may go find those while we're talking here for a second. And so let's see here. Tanya said I hadn't heard anything at all. Interested to see how I can integrate it possibly. So Todd, I don't know if you have any other thoughts about that while I go dig here for a second.
Because it's pretty much going to take your business page and now turn it into a storefront. Is pretty much the way that it's going to work. You're going to be able to buy products directly from your Facebook page and your Instagram profile. So it should kind of work hand in hand there. If I have something on my business page, be able to go through it. I think the other thing too is, like I said, having that established connection already made, it's going to be simple to do. And we're just we're going to get through as much information as we can, and then it should be, I think in the grand scheme of things, if you have a business Facebook page, there's no reason not to have a business store right now, or a Facebook shop right now. I mean, they're free. You'll be able to, to choose products that you want and, customize it. You should be able to do all that. And like I said, we're getting the information to know exactly, the big overview of it. And then how can we capitalize upon it, and then do the full training there on the 10th on building a store. Because, I'm sure, like I said, there's going to be, a fee for purchases. So you'll have to, factor that into your pricing. And I'm sure, that there's going to be on the marketing side of ad space and revenue with that there's going to be, it wouldn't surprise me if there is a discount for if you're running an ad from a Facebook shop versus a regular shop on there and syncing it all up. So I can't wait just to dig into it and get as much information that I can and be able to share it. And then, hopefully by this time next month, by the 21st, that'll be 11 days after training. Everybody should be able to have a store up and running.
Cool. All right. Well, I can't find it right now, so I'll see if I can track it down and the links that I found about a little bit more information about it. But anyhow, all right. Well, let's see here, Todd. Let's see if anybody went and put a question in there. Nothing yet. So we just go ahead and throw this up down there, and we can beg for just a little bit if anybody's got a question.
What's funny is I just totally found the links that you sent me by going into my email and typing, Asana and Facebook Shops, and it brought up both.
Huh. I don't know why it's not. I just searched Asana and I didn't find it. All right, well, you can post it then.
Yeah, we'll post the link here, introducing there, so we can go here, and here is where you can find out more information about it. Should be posting all through there everywhere right now. Yeah.
There it is. So, yep, there it is. About, you just click on the link. Okay, there you go. Instead of trying to read it. All right. Wendy says, can't wait for your training. All right, good. Cool. Todd, so we got that. So we've covered all the questions today.
Yeah.
Where to now?
Well, we can talk Success Tracker. We can talk about you and Valerie's secret Idaho affair or something. I don't know what you guys are.
It's not a secret Idaho affair. My wife is, I don't know where she's at. But and Valerie's husband, yes, we're good. So last night, Todd, I don't even know where we're going with this. I am red, but So last night during training, we were talking. Valerie says that's how rumors start.
Yeah,
Indeed.
just like the rumor of how northern Idaho, somebody says something about that. It's crazy.
Hello, Eileen. Thank you for joining us. All right. So last night, Todd, at training, we were talking about some things. We were talking about, we talked about lots of things, but one of the comments that came up that Valerie and I were discussing kind of back and forth, we were there, was our strengths becoming weaknesses and looking at, or I'm sorry, our weaknesses becoming strengths, and that kind of, just the way to think about some of those things. And I don't want to get too deep into explaining all that, because that's actually what we're going to do on Saturday morning for Small Business Saturdays. Valerie has agreed to join me. Valerie, I'm gonna share what you said, and I apologize that I didn't ask you in advance. But
8, isn't that like 6 o'clock your time?
No, I think it's Valerie. Are you in Mountain Time or Pacific Time or what? We may have to adjust the time then, so you're not waking up that super early. But so anyhow, I asked her to join me. I asked her to join, and for us to have a conversation about taking our weaknesses and looking at them as potential strengths. So my example for me is that, as you can tell, I am a chaser of all things squirrel and shiny object, and so I get distracted very easily. And for a long time, I felt like that was a weakness, and I really needed to work on my focus and being focused and all that stuff. And yes, I definitely want to be a little bit more focused, and I do specific intentional things to make sure that when the time calls for focus, that I'm doing that. But sorry, see, I just got distracted. But the cool part is that it's also a strength, because it allows me to try all sorts of different things. I'm always kind of trying something new and going from there. So, Jay, Martha was here earlier, and I'm not sure if he's leaving because of this or what, but peace out. We'll talk to you soon, Jay. So anyways, the point being is taking a look at things that you might consider a weakness of yours and figuring out a way to find the silver lining in it, to find the potential strength, and use that strength to your advantage. So Valerie had a great example of hers in the training last night. And so we're just going to talk about that process for both of us. And I'm really excited to have her joining us. When I asked her, she said, that's completely out of my comfort zone. So I think I should say yes. So yeah. I was so excited. I was so proud of her. I was like, boom, I was like, this is so cool.
That's awesome.
That's great. So I am really excited to have her on. I've got some information I'm going to be sending her tonight, so she's got what she needs to be prepared, and it's going to be awesome. So Saturday morning, and yes, okay, Mountain Time, so it'll be 7 here. So it looks like she's still good for that. She hasn't. And then she said, my husband already informed me I might as well pull an all-nighter. So,
really?
So bring the coffee, and we'll be ready to go. Martha's still here, so Martha, Jay. Good. Okay, so that's Saturday. So there we go, Todd. Awesome. That's well, like I said, I hadn't told you about that yet, but that was my big announcement there.
I think that's a great announcement. It'll be awesome to see that.
Yeah. So make sure that you are tuned in. We'll be doing it at facebook.com/our success group pro, and also at liveosg.com is where you can find that out. And that'll be Saturday morning at 8 a.m. Central, 7 Mountain, super early, 6 a.m. on the West Coast. And so, yeah, 8 or 9 a.m. East.
I say Valerie's amazing, at 11 o'clock at night. I can only imagine how awesome she is at 7 o'clock in the morning. So I can't wait for this.
I'm super excited about it. I mean, I was overjoyed when she agreed and said yes. So I think it's going to be really awesome. I'm looking forward to, just having some fun chatting with her. But I think really, for me, it also is really cool to kind of be able to have a kindred spirit like that is able to take those things and move them into a positive. And
for sure,
so that's always a lot of fun. All right, so what's next, sir?
Success tracker. How are we doing on that? Is that
yeah, let's, we've kind of danced around it for a while because I know you were waiting on me, and I think I'm finally done with a bulk of it. In fact, I just picked up today from Office, one of those ones that we talked about, Office Depot Max or whatever, the certificate paper. So we'll have all of that. I mean, it's gonna be cool. So
fancy.
oursuccessgroup.com/ST for success tracker. Uh-oh, I may have to change the timing of Saturday. I'm sure she will be. Well, if she's pulling all-nighter, though, then that still counts. That's after 10, right? So
that's when the best stuff happens. I know when I pulled all-nighters, the morning was always the
best. So yeah, definitely. I'm looking forward to it too, Rena. So thanks for that. Okay, so success tracker, Todd. What do you want to do? We haven't, I guess, officially announced it. I mean, we kind of did, but we kind of didn't. So
yeah, we just kind of hem-hawed around about it, about what it is, and we wanted to get everything in order to make sure that everything's going to work the way that it should. But this is pretty much everybody kind of needs that push, and one of the main things that we see when it comes to people not getting to where they want to go is because they're not writing things down. They're not putting it out there. They're saying, I want this, or I'd like to have this, but they're not writing it down. They're not putting it anywhere. They're not, seeing it, feeling it, being it every day. So it's where the Success Tracker program came in. Here's your chance to sign up for it. Low cost of 20.
Yep.
Low cost of $20. And what this is going to use is basically, accountability here. So you're going to have goals that you're going to set for it. And as you reach these goals, we're going to give you some swag for it. So, it's your incentive to keep going along the way. You've got, some accountability because, now it's out there. You've got, some cheerleaders because, hey, we're here for you. And you're getting some fun swag because everybody likes fun stuff. You get to join, part of a great growing community on the ground floor of this, because this is the first intro step basically for, to get into the OSG family, and we want to be able to provide as much support and guidance as we can for people. We think this is a good way to get in there and do it for them.
Yeah, it definitely is something that I know, Todd, when you and I, because this all kind of came from that, we have a goal, and our goal is to provide resources that empower over 1,000 businesses to achieve their idea of success. And when you and I were interviewed by Josh Ellsworth over on his podcast, we had an opportunity to talk to him a little bit more afterwards, after it was over, just kind of, catching up, making sure that he was doing okay, we were doing okay, and we mentioned this goal to him, and he said, "Oh, that's really awesome. How are you guys going to track that?" I'm like, well, we had some ideas, but so this is where it came from. This is, I think, the ground floor, the jumping in point for the members. It's part of the deal. It costs only $1, so I guess it's not completely part of the deal, but it's pretty darn close. And so, wow, I just noticed that in the little video that's over on the side, I'm doing the same thing that I do with my hands. It's like this. That must be my thing.
Your mind's ain't white.
Like, okay. So anyways, that's where it came from. And so, yeah, I know we were pretty excited. It started coming together, just kind of like, yeah, this works. And then it's like, yeah, if we do this and this and this, and it just seemed to make sense for us. So real quick on how it works is you'll enter your details, you'll pay the money, you're going to get a welcome package. And I don't have them designed yet, but there'll be a fun little token in there, and that'll help kind of be a tactile thing. My thought is you guys will maybe put them in your pocket and it'll remind you, hey, I got to start working towards my goal. And, just that thing that you can touch and feel that reminds you, hey, I've got a goal that I'm going to reach. And so you're going to receive the welcome packet. You're going to reach your milestone. You're going to share that with us. We're going to celebrate. You're going to get stuff. You're going to get swag. You're going to reach your goal. You're going to get swag. You're going to celebrate, blah, 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 blah. So really cool stuff. Here's I don't know if you guys can all see, that's probably pretty small on the screen there, but So what we're looking for from you guys though is we want to know what your goal is in the next 12 months. And the only way that we can measure this, the only way that you can measure this, the only way you can actually reach this goal is to put it into a format that is basically broken down into two parts. And it's how much and by when. So, you know, if it's in the next 12 months, that part's probably already baked in for you, but maybe you got to do something a little sooner. But how much, or, you know, what? So can a third party, meaning people from the outside looking in, Todd, myself, the OSG community, we have to be able to go, yep, you reached that goal or didn't reach that goal. So that's the first part. You got to put the goal in. And then Todd, maybe you do a really good job with the milestone thing. Maybe explain that for folks.
As far as when you get a milestone, you know, how good is that? You know, like, you know, Aaron often says, you know, the last time that people got an applause, you know, was at high school graduation. And, you know, we want to, you know, help, you know, re-energize you, you know, make you feel good and special about reaching these milestones, and, you know, give you the shout outs, give you the accolades that you deserve, because, hey, guess what? You set a goal and you got it. You know, that is so, what's the best word that I'm looking for? So feeling accomplished. Yeah, that's it. But just, you know, this, you just feel this, you know, you feel good when you get that. And when other people notice that too, and give you those accolades for it, you know, it gives you that big puffy chest. It makes you feel like you're going in the right direction. That's what we want to do, is make sure that, you know that you're doing a great job, and we're going to be here to tell you that you're doing a great job along with everybody else.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that's great. I mean, that milestone is just, it's like Todd was saying, it kind of, you know, gets you to that point where you're like, I don't know, it almost feels like you've kind of reached the tip, and now kind of reaching the goal is going to be downhill, you know? So an example of this would be, you know, maybe your goal is to, you know, do a certain amount of sales. And so, okay, perfect. That's an awesome goal. A certain amount of sales by a certain time, you know, in the next 12 months. And so if that's your goal, but there's got to be something before that happens. So it's one thing to say, okay, here's my goal that I'm going to reach, but then you got to at least figure out at least one stepping stone along the way. That is the how you're going to reach it. You know, so maybe it's, I've got to update my website, or maybe I've got to add 20 products, or maybe it's, I've got to get a website online, and maybe I've got to, you know, whatever. And that's the milestone piece. And really, you know, that should be, you know, maybe you've got to make 100, you know, cold calls. You know, there could be so many different things that happen here, but just pick out one of those milestones along the way. You don't have to know all of the steps between your goal and where you're at right now today. You just have to know one, you know,
right.
and that could be the next step, or that could be a step down the way. But as long as you know one step, then you're going to be able to reach your goal. So, you know, if you guys need any help working on this or talking about this, we're happy to do that. You know, you can reach out to us. Back on the screen there, I've actually recently, I'll put that back up there. I installed this on all the pages. I was where you can just go right from our webpage here and just chat with us right there. It comes right into the Facebook chat. So pretty cool there. So you know, just let us know. Let us know how we can help, how we can get this thing kicked off. But you know, the first thing to do is just head over to oursuccessgroup.com/ST. And I did a little video talking about setting your goals. Really quick, easy view there. So I don't know. Anything else we missed on that, Todd?
I think we're fancy because we have that little messenger.
Little messenger.
That little.
Oh, this guy?
Yeah.
This logo? Okay. We have to. I do have to share about the logo, Todd, because I think you're pretty darn good. You're pretty darn good at this whole logo thing. So Todd made a logo, and we liked it, but it didn't really fit exactly the first time around, right? I mean, it was cool.
Work.
It was cool, but you know, we were looking at some other things, and we had a couple of different pictures, and I'm going, man, okay, I like this part of this one, but I don't like this part of it. And then I like this part of this one, and I don't like this part. And he's like, just send them both to me. And I'm like, what? You can do that?
Amazing.
Lo and behold, there he is the next day. So I'm going to see if I can find. gonna try to get these up there. We'll see if I can get
it's not even
those up.
Photoshop. That's Corel, baby. You don't need Photoshop.
Yeah, I was trying to do it in Photoshop. So
I was like, wait, he's gonna be way easier in Corel. Let me just take care of this real quick.
all right. So
So
all
yeah,
right, you guys
like
see the logo there, right? Everybody sees the logo right here. And then the inside of it, there was part of it. And then the other part of it was this guy right there. So there you go. So nice job, Todd.
Thank you. Yeah, well, good job finding those. We were able to put it together, and that could be, you know, a goal for somebody. Hey, I want to create a logo. You know, I want to be able to run my first Facebook ad. I want to be able to set up an email campaign. You know, you don't have to have these big extravagant goals, because those little ones that, you know, you noticed on that logo, those were steps. They were climbing steps to you know, reach for the stars, and that's what these goals are. Is, you know, they're the little steps to get you to the stars of what you need. So, you know, every little win is a win, you know, and they all add up. So, you know, that's what we want to do, is just keep at it for you. You know, keep climbing, you know, the steps of knowledge, and get to the stars, and you'll be there.
Yep, totally. 100%. All right, so let's see what we got here. Jerry, hello. Thanks for joining us. And Mira, I've not been in the training. Will this be included with membership? We got as close as we could. For some reason, we couldn't get around it's going to cost $1. So for members, for everybody else, $20, or you can become a member, whatever works for you.
Right.
All good there. And thank you, Mira. Appreciate that. And Renee's got to run. Stay safe, everybody. Thank you, Renee. We'll see you. And Jerry says, nice logo. Yes, good job, Todd.
Good job, Aaron. You found them.
All right. Cool. So there we go. So oursuccessgroup.com/ST. And we're ready. We're ready to support you. And we're ready to get your you broke my bank account. that the dollar. Okay. I understand. All right, Todd. Well, what else? We got anything else to cover? Or?
We got 37 minutes in. We're good till next Thursday on Q&A with TNA. You've got 2 regular guys tomorrow with Eric as your guest, right? That's still on the plate for there.
And yep. In fact, like he is Batman, man. He like really has gone over and above on getting everything together. I got this big long like write up from him, and I mean, and the cool part is, you know, everybody knows Eric as the embroidery digitizer guy. We're talking about e-commerce tomorrow. Yeah, and he's amazing at this stuff. He's been killing it on Amazon for his current company that he's with, in Brilliance, and lots of different places, not just Amazon, but all over the place. And so he's going to come in and talk about e-commerce. Let me see if I can get his little write-up here, because it's worth reading.
It's worth reading.
It's worth reading.
That tomorrow, 10 a.m. Central, and wherever else it is in your time zone there. And followed by Saturday morning, 8 a.m. there with you and Valerie. You know, so.
Yep, we're going to talk about turning weaknesses into strengths on Saturday morning.
Very nice. And then we got Memorial Day weekend. And you know, hey, then we'll be Tuesday with Todd. We'll go over the Facebook shops. We'll kind of overview on that, and then back to our final training on Wednesday, right? Yeah.
Yep, that's right. Exactly right. Yeah. So not final training, the final training of the 5 Keys series. Yeah. And then we'll have a week off after that training. And then on the 10th of June, we'll be showing you how to set up your own Facebook shop.
Yep.
And step-by-step action of that. So
we'll go through it and see, because you know, I'm not sure if the same Facebook shop works the same as, you know, as Instagram, or if it's going to be 2 completely different things. So if it's going to be 2 completely things, then that'll be, you know, the 2 weeks after that will be the Instagram shop. So we're going to try and make it the easiest that way we can do it for you. And if it just goes hand in hand, great. You know, interchangeable. If not, you know, I don't want to confuse anybody, so we'll do 2 separate ones for it.
Okay. Wonderful. So yeah, lots of good stuff coming up. And yeah, I think that's about covers it for today, though.
Yeah. Were you going to show us Eric's stuff or whatever?
Oh no. I'm sorry. I was going to read it.
We'll read it. While you were looking for it, I was just going to, you know,
it's out there on the Facebook. Sorry.
That's all I was doing.
So tomorrow, the title of the show is Evading E-Commerce Pitfalls. And let's see here. Yep, exactly. They'll discuss the common failings of first-time and often long-time e-commerce sellers. Will help you avoid these pitfalls and plan your launch, whether this is your first online store or your latest in a string of many that aren't performing the way you'd hoped. So that's tomorrow. And then 2 weeks after that, we'll have him back for a follow-up show entitled Finding or Fixing Your E-commerce Foundation. And this week, the guys continue their discussion on e-commerce by discussing the most important processes and practices you should establish for a healthy online store. By discussing these pillars that support high-performing stores, the two regular guys and their irregular producer, Batman Eric Campbell, will help you build or rebuild your ground-level assumptions to assure better outcomes for your next online endeavor. So he's quite a writer.
Yeah. Very philosophical one with that.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. I like hanging out with smart people, so it's good.
That's why I hang out with you.
Yeah. Well, and then I hang out with,
I know.
All right, sir. Well, good one as usual. And if you guys would like to start popping some questions in there, we've got, it's going to be a week from today, so you got plenty of time. So oursuccessgroup.com/QA will get you where you need to go to ask your questions. Any questions, doesn't matter. Any questions at all. Doesn't have to be business related. It doesn't have to be, it can be whatever you want, and we'll do our best to answer it. So
yep.
There we go. Awesome, Todd. Thank you, sir.
Anytime.
Let's do it again next Thursday. What do you say?
Right there.
Yeah. There we go.
Easy.
Yeah, that was actually pretty good.
I know. About the time we're going to be done with it.
All right, everybody. Thank you very much. We will talk to you guys. See us tomorrow on Two Regular Guys. So that's facebook.com/Two Regular Guys, 2. And then Small Business Saturdays on Saturday morning. And then Tuesdays with Todd after you've enjoyed your Memorial Day weekend. So,
absolutely.
All right. Thanks, everybody.
See you then.
Talk to you later. Wrong button.